No problem. Let me know if you have any other questions, Kalia.
I'll probably come by with my roommates later.
Okay. He's going to federal prison. That's under the light source. Presence in the path on behalf of LAPD, who's amplifying helicopter activity. Don't need to get them on video. They already know those demons are trying to flee. That's going to federal prison. Okay, that's how the entity engages in showing hostility while I'm documenting the sexual violence and terrorism that's occurring on the job. The moment that I write that down, this group stalker appears at the door in engineered light under the light source on behalf of the entity that sounds helicopter activity in the background. Understand how the people of the state are threatening your life and showing hostility. He's going to federal prison. Okay, that's P.O.C. and the entity is openly engaging in that which it knows it's being documented, showing no fear of going to federal prison, and that's why they go for a long time. Okay, they will be fearful of going to federal prison. That's impunity. That's called impunity. Who else is going? Oh, Maya Clemens. She's going to be deported if she's not even from this country, but that's federal prison. She shows ongoing impunity. She regularly engages in the pattern of conduct. That demon is in the path monitoring with LAPD. All right, this is amplification. P.O.C. Kalia Modis of 1818 number 2 is going to federal prison. Vanessa Drees of 1812 number 5 is going to federal prison. Mian Clemens of 1804 number 1 is going to federal prison. They are maintaining presence in the path under the light source and in engineered light, communicating a threat to my life, physical safety, and overall well-being, engaging in that ongoing sexual violence in the specific environment. And also you want to see James Klung of 1814 number 1 going to federal prison. All right, and these are demons that are flying in a circle. The Ontario Police Department also heavily engaged in demonstrating demon possession as well, flying in a circle. This is demonic patrolling and the engineered light. While they're amplifying activity, amplification is demonic. All right, and this is, again, while the demon possessed, these are psychopaths who are violent sex offenders and who are very hostile to being documented. And I'll understand how the people of the state, that is 1818 number 2, Kalia Modest, are communicating a threat while they're in your presence, communicating in the engineered light under the light source while you are documenting them. All right, that's how the entity acts together. That was a demon that was flying in a circle. Remember, they're on video flying over this building 30 plus times, and they're at the adjacent property flying in circles 30 plus, excuse me, not 30 plus times, but for a prolonged period. I captured that video. That's what they're doing now. Those are demons. The entity is sounding sirens. These are psychopaths who freak out as they are going to be prosecuted. Those are demons. And this is terrorism. That's why you're going to disband and they're going to federal prison. Like they're going to drop bombs on you. They're going to federal prison. P.O.C. All right, the Los Angeles Police Department, mentally disturbed, caught in the midst of a criminal system that they are engaging in concert with the people of the state. This is direct evidence that's going to be used against the people of the state. All of those that I just named, they're going to federal prison. This is in no way relieving them. This is incriminating them. They're acting in concert with them, and that's why the LAPD is providing this show, and it's going to be used in federal court against them. And this is exactly what the Ontario Police Department engaged in, and this is sad. This is very sad. This is the mental breakdown of an entity that's being exposed and prosecuted, and it's literally going to be used. When I prosecute Kalia Modis, I'm going to run this tape in federal court. Kalia Modis is going to federal prison, threatening my life by maintaining presence, engaging in activity creation, and is there a psychopath that wants to talk about their apartment rent while the entity sounds helicopter activity. That's how they routinely engage in threatening you. And the ordinary targeted individual is literally perplexed and frightened at the same time. I want to be clear. These are the sex offenders molesting with engineered light. They're all under what is the light source. There is no be over what is Alvarado Gardens while the entity is amplifying sirens. Understand that's criminal summoning. This is capturing what is terrorism in the United States. It is not a coincidence that I continue to get this day in and day out. There's no emergency. Those are demons driving state vehicles that are not even necessarily driving. They're in the perimeter amplifying activity while those demons are flying in circles around me. There's no sun that's going to be here. These are demons. You already know what that's sounding. You saw that engineer light swiping all across the asphalt. These are demons. Those are demons sounding sirens, demons flying in circles, going berserk in the sky space. The Los Angeles Police Department is going to be no more. No more. The Los Angeles Fire Departments, okay? The ambulance companies that are in Los Angeles, that's all of them. This is the state system. And they literally engaged in a show of terrorism in the state of California, in LA, while they are aware of the fact what Todd Speaker is going to be prosecuted. Understand that this terrorism, this sexual violence is on Todd Speaker's watch. Speaker Companies is a third party, criminally facilitating federal group stalking and monitoring. The people of the state come into my office for purposes of a criminal monitoring system in a specific environment, which is juxtaposed to all of that which has already been captured in the Inland Empire. At no time of day will there ever be a sun over Alvarado Gardens. But not only did I capture that, you have what is 9:25 in the morning, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 hours from now, as I'm standing in the laundry room, which is right here, the entity still has this same light source present, which you saw as I captured that on Saturday. That's not the sun. And those were demons that were flying in circles, hovering all around me, engaging in what is terrorizing me, because I'm prosecuting Todd Speaker. I'm prosecuting speaker companies. I'm prosecuting the people of the state. And all those group stalkers I just named, Kalia Modis going to federal prison, Mion Clemens going to federal prison and subject to deportation, James Jung going to federal prison. All right, still sounding helicopter activity. She already knows that she's out of this country, federal prison and being deported. You have what is the entity that's engaged in an ongoing sex offense this morning. Sunlight doesn't bounce off of your car like a laser. Center for Life, Better Center for Life, whatever that company name is, documented those demons using a commercial means to come pick up third-party group stalkers like this, and they're engaged in the same exact pattern of conduct. Okay, that's psychopaths. All right, those are psychopaths. Those are the psychopaths hovering over me day and night, flying in circles over this property, flying in circles 30 plus times here, flying in circles like you just saw now. And why? Because I'm documenting this. I'll show you what I was documenting before they fly in circles, because this is why the Los Angeles Police Department and the people of the state are going to be subject. And I want to be clear, this is documentation that's going to be used against all of them. All of them. They're monitoring. So the demon-possessed population who cannot handle the consequences of what they've been doing at some secret society engage in acts of terrorizing you and threatening your life. That helicopter hovering over my head is going to be evidence used against the people, and they will be going to federal prison. They will be suffering consequences that they have not even heard about yet. P.O.C. And I want to show you what I was writing while the entity starts to freak out and capture helicopter activity, thinking that they're going to threaten me out of documenting them. What the entity engaged in this morning: federal group stalking and monitoring, facilitation of federal group stalking and monitoring. It's terrorism by an entity while these demon-possessed third-party group stalkers cross path, create light activity, and then also engage in molesting your person while they are practicing an outward demonstration of demon possession. That is a group stalker that crosses path and engineer light swipes all across the asphalt and all across your person, all across the building, and possible light activity. This is workplace terrorism and sexual violence by an entity. Literally, as I write those words, Kalia Modis, who is going to federal prison, whose social security number, passport information is already uploaded to the Google Drive. He's going to federal prison while he stands here and communicates a threat by virtue of his president's activity creation and a vicarious presence in my face, while the entity then sounds helicopter activity. And then those demons fly in a circle while an entity engages in outward demonstration of demon possession in the specific environment, being a police department. That's a threat to your life. That's terrorism. Understand the many facets of terrorism that they are being documented engaging in, and Kalia Modis is going to sit in federal prison for that. Todd Speaker is being, all of this sexual violence, all of this terrorism, it's occurring on his watch. Our Todd Speaker, both the property of Alvarado Gardens, the third-party group stalkers who live at the facilitating venue of Alvarado Gardens are present, engaging in what is participating in that ongoing workplace terrorism, all right, and also acting vicariously on behalf of the state. Speaker companies and Todd Speaker are not present, or excuse me, are not acting as any independent actors. Speaker companies is the state that's monitoring. It's a third-party group stalker. It's a company. All right, companies under the law, they're identified as persons. So you're going to, accordingly, Speaker companies is a third-party group stalker. It's criminal facilitation. And everything that I'm subject to on the job, this is workplace terrorism and sexual violence, and this is ongoing substantiated evidence of it. You've got those demons in a helicopter very aware of what I'm documenting, and it's going to be used against Todd Speaker. So if you are doubting that it's workplace terrorism, this is just confirming it, but this is already established. I want to be clear. Not only is this evidence of what is workplace terrorism and sexual violence, this is terrorism by a demon-possessed population. So you're going to remove those demons from those law enforcement agencies. You're going to place those demons that think that they can target and harass you while you prosecute them. You're going to put them in federal prison. That's where Kalia Modis is going. Kalia Modis, Mion Clemens, James Jung, Kum Lee, the third-party group stalkers, Vanessa Drees, all right, who were crossing path on behalf of the LAPD, communicating a threat directly. The rest of those sex offenders who want to touch all over my person while they are stalking on behalf of the state, that is acting as you just saw in video, engaging in the ongoing provision of evidence against the people of the state, they will be subject to mental examinations. The demon-possessed population want to systematically violate the person while they are also engaging in stalking you and monitoring you on behalf of the state, who just provided ongoing evidence against them. Okay, that's how that evidence is working. It's unfortunate, but this is how. Again, you're talking about an entity, a demon-possessed population who's being exposed for what they've been doing as a government, as an entity, and you're literally watching them unravel. And it's to its own demise. This evidence is going to be used against the people. It's going to be used against the Los Angeles Police Department. It's going to be used against the Ontario Police Department. It's going to be used against the Upland and Fontana and Montclair and Chino. Fill in the blanks. It's going to be used against the entity. All right, that's P.O.C. It is currently 9:30 a.m. and there is no sun. That is in Upland, California. You can pick one video, pick one, anyone. I'll go ahead and upload one and remind you about where the entity is maintaining a light source, which is not possibly the sun, while the LAPD is flying next to it and around it and over it, and while the demon possessed are driving by me underneath it, and it remains